Sorry guys, give me a second, I'm just working out what music to put on. Let's do Luxury Elite. They're good. Here we go. Shuffle that. Whew. Okay, hello everybody. Sorry. Right. I had some washing up that I needed doing. So that's done now. Anyway, sorry I'm a bit late. I'm going to skip that. That's a bit too aggressive. That's better. How are you all doing? We all good? I'm doing... Sorry, I know there's a bunch of you on YouTube and Twitch both asking how I'm doing. I'm doing great, thank you. I am doing great. I had a bit of crappy news when it came to house stuff, because for those of you who know, previously I'm moving. Had a bit of crappy news today. Nothing, well, it is serious, but nothing like. Basically, just some crappy news. But don't worry about it. All good. But I'm okay apart from that. Just, could you turn your mic up a little? No. I cannot. Hang on. Did that do anything, or did that make everything worse? Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm not going to be able to do it. Does that sound a bit better? Yeah, hang on. The problem is with this mic, as much as a Blue Yeti is good, I have no way of telling whether the volume is up or down. But yeah, I see what you mean. It's not going... The gain button. Yeah, that's at the top, I think. Hello? 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 How's that? Is that working? Is that better? Is that worse? I haven't heard anything. Anyway, technical difficulties aside, let's... Yeah, this mic is really good, but for some reason it does, OBS doesn't seem to like it. Let me try one more thing, and then we can actually start with the stream. So give me a second. I think it's the best we're going to get, guys. So I hope that's all right. Cool. Anyway, so let's have a look what people are saying so far. Hello, Joe. Hello, Amanda. All over on Twitch. Hello, De Kaiser. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, De Kaiser. Thank you. So, I put on my story on Instagram. I just asked if I asked about film characters. It doesn't really matter if you got any other suggestions. That's totally fine. I just suggested movie characters because I thought, why not? That's a sort of jumping off point. Jumping off point. Jumping on point. Wait, no. I know what I mean. Anyway, it's one of those. So, I see there's already some suggestions, so thank you so much. So we can start with, so over on Twitch, Joe, I see a specific, I saw, you gave me a list of characters, really appreciate that, but I saw one of specifically from a movie, and I am totally up for Gimli, son of Gloin. Gloin? Is it Gloin? Glowin? It's Glowin, isn't it? I can't remember. He's the son of the other dwarf. Yeah, Gimli, that's a good one. Gimli's a good shout. And over on YouTube, Der Kaiser said the T800. So I can do either of those. Oh, what did you say, Amanda? What did you say, Amanda? You said there was a, what did you suggest? Any of the characters from Delicious in Dungeon. Okay, did you say you suggested a Lord of the Rings character as well? I can't see which character you were talking about. Well, if there's two people asking for LOTR, then I'll definitely be doing a bit of Lord of the Rings while we're here. Yeah, I don't see. Who did you ask for then? Oh, you suggested you just wanted Legolas. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna do Gimli because I did see Gimli first. So I'm gonna do us a Gimli. It's gonna be loosely based on the movie one, just because it's just for the sake of the stream. I think at some point I'd love to do my own interpretation of like the LOTR cast. I would love to do that. You know, not looking at movie references at all. But for now, for the sake of the stream, we'll have a Gimli that kind of looks like the one from the movie. Let's have a look. Don't worry, I have my own spin on it, but you know. But what I mean is the same helmet, you know, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go for it. Right, let's make a start. Get comfy, everybody. Hope everyone's having a lovely Monday evening, by the way. Not so sure about the this there. I love drawing with pen and paper. Digital is nice, but drawing on paper have, in my opinion, much more of a soul. I think it's a hard one because I believe there's some amazing digital stuff out there, and I predominantly work it weirdly enough, even though I do these streams, and I do convention stuff, and I draw a lot in pencil and ink. I really do like to draw digitally though. If I was doing, when I do comics and stuff, I always tend to go for digital over physical, just because it's easier to edit and stuff, you know. But what's so nice about doing the streams is it's a nice excuse for me to just sort of just have a bit of fun and just draw in pencil and ink. Something I used to do anyway before the streams, and now it feels like an excuse almost, you know. Hello, my secret nightmare. Welcome to another Monday night stream. Currently, I'm working on Gimli, and then I'm going to probably do a T800. But if you've got any suggestions, my secret nightmare, from like a movie in particular, I'm kind of going for movie requests today. So characters that you've seen, you know, from movies and stuff. That would be good. That's as vague as it. So it's pretty vague still, but just like that's what I'm going to go with. God, I never thought this. Helm's kind of a bit Jack Kirby-esque, almost. Got no clue. My secret nightmare. That's totally fine. You can just hang out. That's totally fine too. You don't have to be here and make a suggestion. That's totally fine. Just stick around, have some fun. That is absolutely fine. Thank you, Dirk Kaiser. By the way, your skills are fine, and I love the Batman Forever poster in the background. I don't want to be that guy, but that's actually a Batman 1989 poster. It's a 1989 poster, and it's a Japanese one as well. I don't know if you can see the on the. It's actually a genuine Japanese poster that was in theaters in 1989. It's very, yeah. I found it online, and it was when I got paid for a good job, and I was like, you know what, go on, why not? And I bought it. I love it. And thank you for the compliments, by the way, on the work. I really appreciate it. Oh, hello. Sorry. Hello, Ro. So I'm just looking on Twitch now. Hello. I've been looking. Has been on the phone. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ro. Hello. I also asked him to suggest a film-themed character, and he said Nosferatu is very good. I would love to draw Nosferatu. I think I might draw Nosferatu after I've done the T800. If you want to stick around for that long, that's 3 characters. These are really good suggestions, guys. Really, really good suggestions. I'm very happy with these. Afternoon. Hello, Patrick. Afternoon. Saw today is movie themed. I'm guessing Gimli. You are right. It is. It's Gimli. Gimli. T800 after that. From YouTube, and Ro's dad suggested Nosferatu, which I think is a brilliant suggestion. I wouldn't mind drawing Nosferatu. Just seeing De Kaiser from YouTube. Did you say you want it, when you say T800? Are we talking like, do we want it to be the skeleton, or are we talking Arnie? Let me know. No, wait. I'm getting my T's mixed up. No, wait. Arnie's T800, right? He is the T800, or is he the T... There's someone... Who's the T1000? Or am I just going mad? Yeah, the helmet isn't... Bro, yeah, the helmet's on its way. I was just looking up, because although I would do my own interpretation, I'm trying to make it a bit more film-ic, just in case, because if I sell these at conventions, people need to know who they are, kind of thing. So, but really, as I was saying earlier, I would love to do my own interpretations of the Lord of the Rings characters. Kind of want to do that one day. Obviously, super intricate, but for the sake of this stream, I'm not going to make it too intricate. Just enough so you get the idea. Oh, it's got like a... Oh, sorry, Takais, I didn't see your last thing. Who do you think will win in a fight, Batman or Superman, with preparation? That's the age-old question, isn't it? But why would you? Do you want them to fight? I've never understood why people want those guys to fight. They're mates. I've never understood that. But if we're being... The obvious thing to say is Batman, right? Because everyone says it's because, with preparation, Batman could kick his ass. And I think, to a degree, yes. But Superman's a god, right? He could totally destroy him. So I don't know. I think it's a hard question. I think I'm gonna go with... I'm still gonna go with Batman, just because I feel Superman's a lot more compassion than Batman, and I think that's the thing, right? I think that's the thing. Batman is a lot more methodical for the greater good kind of thing, and that's not that I'm saying he doesn't, because I know he doesn't kill and stuff like that. But if he had to, if you really pushed him, I think he would. Superman is a Boy Scout, and always sees the good in people, and I think that's probably... I mean, so does Batman. That's the problem. But yeah, if I'm honest, I don't think Superman could pull the trigger, so to speak. But then, Batman's whole thing is he doesn't kill with gun. He doesn't kill, doesn't use guns, doesn't do all that stuff. So I don't know. That was a hard question, De Kaiser. And yeah, I'll do a sort of Arnie sort of head with a bit of metal poking out. I'll do all that. Don't you worry. Let's see, what's his little... I think we're nearly done here on this guy. Let's go with that. Oh, hang on. Got about more of his beard. It's like this, isn't it? So I'm seeing what everyone's saying in the chat and stuff. Hugh and Amanda are having dinner. Hope you're having a lovely dinner. Hope it's very nice. Oh, DeKaiser, we can't get into the whole thing of where Batman doesn't kill and all that sort of stuff. In my head canon, Batman doesn't kill. But yes, it does look pretty suspicious. Like he in the films, you know, like he clearly has killed people. Even in the ones where they try not to say like this, like the Christopher Nolan films, yeah, he definitely killed people. And obviously, if you look at the Tim Burton films and the Batman v Superman film, yeah, he was killing people. There's no, didn't even try and hide the fact that he was killing people. But in my head canon, he doesn't kill. So, but it doesn't matter anyway, because like I said, he would kill Superman. If it came to it, push, he has to do it. He'll do it. So, you know. But yes, I do agree with you somewhat. Right. Let's ink this guy. What do you mean? Yes, tofu gochujang. Sounds nice. That sounds lovely. Superman versus Goku is better matchup. Yeah, and I don't know who would win that, to be honest. I don't know who would win that. That was from Patrick, by the way. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm losing you guys. Sorry. Didn't they... sorry, DeKaiser, going back to what you were saying. Did they get to the point where, like, I think even Robin, I think, made fun of Batman once, saying, so you don't kill, but you're more than happy to give, like, them severe brain damage. Which is, yeah, probably worse. Joe, yes, there are. Sorry, on Twitch. Yes, there are murderous versions of both Batman and Superman. And yeah, there seems to be a real big thing about, since I think it was in the Injustice games where they made Superman the bad guy. There seemed to be a thing which I'm not cool with. Don't do that, especially since in other forms of fiction we have Superman parables that are villains anyway. You know, like Omni-Man and Homelander from The Boys. We don't need to actually have literally Superman be a bad guy. I think that's... Superman needs to be a beacon of hope, and that's something I'm not. So I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of that anyway, is what I'm saying. But I get it, it's an alternate universe version, but I just feel it's a bit of a weak story, that's all. I find it more interesting when you can make someone like Superman the character that Superman is meant to be, but in the modern day, in the more cynical world. I appreciate writers that can do that and do that well. Well, yeah, Joe. I mean, I know. Not that I'm going to get into American politics and stuff, but yeah, what they believe is strong. What it means to be an American person. That's the whole. That's what he was. Even and he is meant to be that. He was taken in by this all-American family that were good people, and that's the whole point. Right? He grows up to be the the future as well as the past is kind of the idea. He's supposed to, and he's an immigrant, but he's like, you know, he is an American man, and that's the whole point. It's yeah, I'm not huge. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Superman, but I understand why Superman is a good character. Do you know what I mean? I understand that. Is what I'm saying. Yes, absolutely, Joe. That's what it's meant to be, an unironic version of what they aspire to be. Yes, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. So it's really awful when you turn that character on. It's like making Captain America. There was that controversial story, wasn't it, where they made him an agent of Hydra, and it's like, well, I know they're only stories; these are only fictional characters. But I'm like, oh, great! So you made him someone who is anti-Semitic when he's supposed to be a symbol of, you know, not that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. But then I get it. They're just comic book stories, so I don't have to read them, so I don't. But still, it's just something where I think it's a bit too far this way. I think. And there's enough horrible stuff anyway, and horrible villains that they have to fight. Do we have to make them like that? Anyway, sorry. Yes, there are alternate versions though. Like there's the Batman Who Laughs and Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's dad from another universe where Bruce Wayne is killed and he's Batman, but he's got guns. So there are other ones, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Don't really. Cool. Woo. Especially when they introduced Thomas Wayne into more like I liked it as a sort of Flashpoint story, and then they sort of introduced him in the Tom King Batman main continuity. He came from a different universe, and he was like trying to stop Bruce Wayne from being Batman. He was the bad Batman basically, and I was like, I don't who wants this? Who's asking for this? Hello, nerdy bastards. Yeah, it's Gimli. I'm doing a it's pretty vague, but it's still like a film, like characters from films. I'm making requests for. Although I'm pretty full now, I think already. I've got 3 characters. Might be able to squeeze in another, but at the moment this one's taking me a bit longer than expected. So, for now I'm sticking with the 3 I've got. Who is next then? T800, with a bit of Arnie skin on him. Is I think what we're going for. We want a bit of Arnie with a bit of exoskeleton poking out. No, wait, endoskeleton. Is that right? Is that the correct term? Because an exo is outside. So would that be an endo? Oh, we did get a Legolas. We did get a Legolas, oh nerdy bastards. It's just that I saw Gimli first, and I really wanted to draw Gimli. I can do Legolas another time. I've got nothing against drawing Legolas. I just really wanted to draw Gimli. It's a really good shout. I like drawing beards. I like drawing big eyebrows. That's something I like drawing. So, kind of reminds me of my character that I've drawn in a comic called Warrior Klaus, which is basically a warrior Father Christmas, and it's the same thing. And I love drawing like the really thick eyebrows. I didn't want to do that, otherwise I was just going to end up drawing Warrior Klaus. Which, to be honest, I probably would do the whole big eyebrows if I was drawing Gimli in my own sort of interpretation, rather than trying to go for the more film-like one. Just reading what you were saying, old nerdy bastards. You should number them 1/41 and 1/42 in homage to their kill count, even though they beat 1. Very good. What was it saying? Der Kaiser. So I'm just looking at YouTube. The Batman Who Laughs is overused and boring. Yeah, I'm not a huge. But then I just said I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, Batman, but he kills. But he's mad. I'm not. Not a huge fan of that. Hang on a second, guys. I'm just going to turn this lamp on. Hey there, guys. Oh, sorry, Joe. I missed your comment on Twitch. You can't take one to a convention without the other. No, that is very fair. At some point, I will definitely draw. Look, okay, look. At some point, I'll draw Legolas. Just let's not. Just not now. Let me just brighten this as well because it looks a bit. That's better. There you go. Sorry, guys. It looked a bit dark, so I just brightened the camera a bit. As these streams progress, I will get better when it comes to lighting. Just gonna give this a bit of an outline, guys. Right, let's do a bit more details and some shading, I think. Got to do some more details in the bit here. Because although I'm not going to go for like highly accurate, I am still going to try and get, you know, some sort of rough details in there. You know, so you get the idea. Thank you for joining me, by the way, guys. Really appreciate it. Let's say. Look, let's see. Look, Legolas will have to be last, guys, just because I gotta see. I'll see how. Look, I'll see how this one goes. Then I want to do. I gotta do the Terminator because I said I would. And I really want to do Nosferatu just because I like Nosferatu. So I think sometimes I should do what I want, guys. Right? That's why. And then I'll try and draw Legolas. But if not, if you guys want to stick around for another time, I can always do Legolas another time. I'm more than happy to do him first thing next time. If you'll hate me, then so be it. Transformers. There's a joke. If people are wondering what Joe on Twitch is talking about, a friend of ours said it's become like an in joke where someone just said Transformers instead of Transformers. They said Transformers, and it was in that way. It really makes me think of there's a jazz album, well, more like a drum and bass type thing, where it's John Hurt talking over it with just music in the background. It really reminds me of that for some reason, because of the word trance in it. But no, I'm also not going to actually draw Transformers for you guys, because especially if this is a movie thing, because we're probably going to suggest the Michael Bay ones, and no, because of one, I hate those, and two, just because, oh God, I'd be here all day if I had to draw one of those Transformers. I do like drawing Transformers though. I drew quite a few at MCM in May, weirdly enough. It just suddenly became, I just suddenly was drawing Transformers for some reason. As in people suggesting me to draw them. Patrick, I knew you'd be on my side. Yeah, we're definitely going to do a Nosferatu. I think it'll look really good. Hello, Ollie, over on YouTube. Hi, how are you? You doing alright? I'm just drawing movie characters today. Requests from the chat. Although I think we're pretty full now already. But some really, really good suggestions, guys. I'm really very, very happy with tonight's choices. What age, Dirk Kaiser asks, what age did I start drawing? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, probably since I could learn, as soon as I could pick up a pen. Or a pencil, basically. I was encouraged by my parents to draw, like, quite frequently. So, years. Yeah. I think the earliest I can remember drawing is when I was 6 years old. But I know my parents told me that it's been like, you know, I've been doing it since I could, you know. Sorry, I'm just looking at what over on Twitch what Hugh suggested via Amanda's stream, via Amanda's Twitch account. Well, wants me to draw King Starscream from the Transformers movie, the seminal masterpiece that is Transformers the movie. Or is it Transformers the motion picture? I think it's Transformers the movie, isn't it? I think it's called. But yeah, if you made that suggestion earlier, Hugh, I absolutely would have done it. But no, I can't. I've already got these other suggestions. I've just got to draw them quicker, haven't I? I've got to go through that T8. I've got to do the T800 faster, haven't I, really? To keep up with all your suggestions. They're great suggestions, those guys. They're so good. King Starscream's a good one. Would love to have drawn King Starscream. You know I'd be there. I'm always there for the King Starscream. Something tells me, though, Hugh, I will draw a King Starscream. God, try saying that 5 times fast. I will be drawing Starscream at some point in my life. Very, very soon. Also, has anyone tried drawing Transformers? God, they're hard. They're so difficult to draw. Can I draw all the Lord of the Rings movies in a Ghibli style? If you gave me 50 years, I probably could. Oh, God. I tell you what, though, it'd be really cool if Hayao Miyazaki did his own version of like Lord of the Rings, right? Because there's that sort of Hobbit anime, isn't there? I can't remember the company, but you know, there's a studio that did. I think it was a Japanese studio that did their own version of the Hobbit, and it was around the time that the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings film was out as well. Do people know what I'm talking about? There's a really good YouTube video about it, and that's kind of like, ooh, what could it be? And I think some people from Ghibli might have been involved with that before they were Ghibli. I think. Try making a full 2 foot tall one. I made this what of Gimli? What do you mean? Like of what? Oh, you're talking about King Starscream, aren't you? Yeah, Ollie. I made this over on YouTube. Does some really cool like modelling, predominantly for animation, right? But you do like action figures too. And yeah, he did like an Optimus Prime. Like you've got a I'm right in thinking you built a fully transformable Optimus Prime, right? In your sort of style. It's very cool. Right. I think that's going to have to do for now. How is that okay, Joe? Looking good? There's a Gimli. What are you good. Right. We'll move on then. Let's do the T800. Right. Sorry, I'm just answering some of the comments now. I'm having a look because there's quite a lot. Hang on. Let me just have a look about Transformers lore. I want to do this. Yeah, that's cool. Hugh says Starscream. I'm not doing Starscream. Well, we'll see. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to have time, though, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. Can't say robots at all. Yeah, honestly, guys, Transformers are a pain in the ass to draw. Because you're sort of getting anatomy right, but then you're also getting that, you've got to remember that you're sort of making them all sort of like cuboids a little bit, so there's kind of then thinking about that, and yeah, and then how would a Transformer move? That's why it's good to use the toys, and that is the excuse. You need to buy more Transformers, I think. I've got a really good Optimus Prime, which is a third-party one by a company called Magic Square, and Daniel Warren Johnson, who's currently the artist and writer on the Transformers comic for Skybound and Image, uses it for references, and I can see why the Optimus Prime's really good. I'm hoping they'll do more Transformers in that scale. They're really nice. Oh, okay, sorry. Patrick, just to answer, you said, so I don't know about Transformers lore. Can they transform into any electronic? And also you asked, like, could you have a slow cooker transformer? Yes, you could have. The answer to those questions is yes and yes, because there is Soundwave, who is awesome, and Soundwave is a cassette player, and that's his that's what he transforms into, and he has like cassettes, and they come out, and they're other Transformers. I think there was also Sound Blast or something like that. I don't know. I'm not so sure about this one. Who's an Autobot that turns into a boombox? So yeah, technically electronics. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just going back to YouTube. Yeah, Ghibli seems to be. I don't think you could use Ghibli for everything, but you can use Ghibli for a lot of things. And yes, Zelda and Lord of the Rings. Because I know Dekaiser and I Made This are saying this. Yes, I would. There's that Lord of the Rings fan animation, isn't there? Not Lord of the Rings, Zelda fan animation, isn't there? Which is done in the Ghibli style, and it's just a trailer, but it's so beautiful. Because they are going to do a Zelda movie, aren't they? Because of the success of the Mario film, and I'm just like, if you could get a good studio behind it, it would look so. You could make that into a really beautiful movie, you know. So I'm just having a look at what's it. Hello, Bestlorium. Hi, man. I unfortunately don't have any more spaces tonight. I'm already quite full. Plus, tonight's theme is movie characters. And as much as I love Kirby, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Because you wanted a Morpho night from Kirby, and I'm sorry, mate, I can't do that tonight. But maybe another time. I'm more happy. You know, I like drawing Kirby. I like drawing the Kirby cast, but not tonight, I'm afraid. I'm sticking with movie characters tonight. So, and I'm full because now I'm going to draw the T800. But thank you for coming, mate. Thank you for making a suggestion. I made this. Is that a boo to the Zelda film? Because yeah, I don't. Yeah. Did you watch them? Have people watched the Mario film? The Mario film's alright. It's not for me though. Like and it's not meant to be. It's for kids, right? And but you really could feel it when I was watching it. It's like, this is for kids, and that's fine. But that's why I wasn't so bothered by it. It was just painfully all right, you know. So as much as I would love a decent Zelda film, I don't know if I'm gonna, get it. So, Patrick, that is so interesting to me. I have wondered then, what would be the most mundane item that could be a transformer? My proposal is a transformer sleep apnea machine. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, guys. Think of I haven't even drawn a transformer. I'm gonna have to draw a transformer at this point, aren't I? But I just don't know if I'm gonna have time. It's already 8:30. God, where's the time gone? It's been an hour. All right, let's have a go during this. Oh, is the Zelda movie going to be live action? I could have sworn it was going to be animated. I thought it was going to be animated and by the same studio that did the Mario film, which is not a good fit for a Zelda film. I'm going to redraw that because that looks po. Give me a second. Let's try again. So I'm just having a quick look at the chat, guys. According to Nintendo, Amanda just said, according to Nintendo, a live-action The Legend of Zelda film produced by creator Shigeru Miyamoto is in development. Cool. Yeah, could work. Shigeru Miyamoto is involved, but I would argue that you want is it Eiji Aramori, the guy who kind of predominantly works on the Zelda games now. I think you'd rather have him, to be honest, involved in some way. I don't think Shigeru Miyamoto has been involved since probably Link to the Past. Speaking of drawing movie characters, this is Joe. Speaking of drawing movie characters, have you ever drawn any Clint Eastwood characters? No, I haven't. I've never drawn a single Clint Eastwood character, ever. Not because I don't want to, just never have. Never been asked, never done it. Also, congratulations, Amanda, for your interview. Hope it goes well, your job interview. Yeah, Joe, suggest one. Go right ahead. I haven't drawn Clint Eastwood before. I think it'd be quite fun to draw. I know back in the day, people fan cast him for Batman at one point. For the Dark Knight Batman, the Dark Knight Returns Batman, the Frank Miller book, not the Christopher Nolan film, obviously. Let's see if we can do something with the T800. Oh, that's the wrong eye, isn't it? We'll do it on this side. Let's do it on this side. So the teeth are. I know they do the half face. They don't have him with his teeth, do they? But I want to draw the teeth, so I'm going to draw the teeth. I want to draw that. Yeah, me too. I made this, Ollie. I really like the Dark Knight Returns movie, and I really like they had the RoboCop himself doing the voice, which is quite a cool idea. Also, who here remembers the Playmates toys? The Terminator toys. They were sweet. The Kenner Playmate. Did I say Playmates? I meant Kenner. Did I say Playmate? The Kenner toys. They're ace. They were really cool. go with that. I think I'm going to have to use black ink on this one, guys. As in, get the ink out. So I'm having a look at the YouTube chat quickly. Sorry, Dirk guys, I missed what you said about like an H.P. Lovecraft, an anime interpretation, but old school 90s anime interpretation of H.P. Lovecraft would be so cool. That would be really, really cool. Because the mangaka, I'm sure you've heard of him, Junji Ito, he takes some inspiration from H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, we all do, don't we? I think we all do, horror illustrators and stuff like that. I think at this point it's like you'd be hard pressed not to meet someone who is, not inspired by it. I think we all, at this point, we've all been inspired by it. But he specifically pointed that out. Ollie, I made this, said, oddly, I'm not a huge fan of the book of DKR, but it worked for me in the animation form. That is very interesting. I do really like Dark Knight Returns. I think it's a brilliant book. Love it. But I have not... I wouldn't put it as my favourite. I prefer Frank Miller as a writer as an artist. I prefer him as a writer. So Batman Year One is easily one of my favourite graphic novels of all time, especially Batman books. It's one of the best Batman comics I've ever read. But that didn't translate well as an animated film. It's not a bad film, it's just a bit boring. I think that's the problem with it. Darian Brown, hello mate. I have trouble drawing from imagination as opposed to drawing from seeing an object, etc. I'm a bit both. I switch. Like, I'm looking at a phone for like this. I've obviously had to look at Terminator himself right now. Give me a second, guys. I'm just coming back. I'm just going to get a pen, a brush even. And I'm also, I apologise for the state of my brushes. I will get some new ones at some point. But you're going to see some really raggedy ass brushes very shortly. Oh, Long Halloween. Ollie, Long Halloween is such a good book. Such a good book. Yeah, and the film was a bit... yeah. It's that weird DC thing, isn't it? Where they're trying really hard to just make animated films about every graphic novel they can. And some just... I don't even think The Long Halloween doesn't work. It would totally work. I think Batman Year One didn't. I think Batman's Year One is very much... It's very much like... this happens, and it makes it sound really boring, but I think as a comic book, it's so good. It's such a good book. As a movie, it's dull. It's just not interesting. And I think that's why it didn't work. But Long Halloween should work. But it was very pants, wasn't it? I agree with that. It was fine, you know. Yeah, absolutely. They try to make it sort of like, I saw what you're saying, Ollie, because yeah, they kind of just went, that'll do, and just sort of did a sort of standard. I didn't have a problem with the animation either. It's not Halloween. Could you try and make it look a bit more like Tim Sale's artwork? That was my issue, was like, it felt like you kind of made it your sort of standard animated DC style. And I don't have anything wrong with that. I don't have a problem with that even. But when you're doing something like that, come on, man. At least with Batman Year One, for example, it tried to look like David Mazzucchelli's artwork somewhat, or Mazzucchelli. Oh, De Kaiser, sorry, mate. I keep missing your message. I'm so sorry. What did you put? I love Junji Ito. I have some manga of him. I love Gio the most, and I love craft manga. Yeah, Junji Ito is great. I find him not overrated. I don't want to use that because I do like Junji Ito. But his best work for me is Uzumaki. I just think it's so good, and then I read his short stories, and they're very hit and miss. Some are great, and some are just not good at all, personally. But I tell you what, always cracking artwork though. He's such a good artist. I think in context the story isn't so good, but if you see his art just out in the wild, it's like, ooh, it looks good. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it's creepy enough. Just going to go back to Twitch very shortly. Sorry if I've been neglecting any of your comments, guys. I've just been sort of drawing away, and I understand I'm running out of time. So I just want to try and get at least, you know, these 2 sketches done. What have you put, Joe? Just looking on Switch. I think the Western genre will suit your style. I've never thought about drawing Westerns, but yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. I did draw. So Joe is my my partner's brother, and I was going to say, Karina does have, my partner Karina does have a drawing of John Marsden somewhere. So I've drawn him, but that's really the only thing I can think of. Yeah, when we first started dating, I gave her that drawing. But I don't really draw cowboys and Western stuff that often. But I did draw a really good John Marsden. I really like that. Actually, when I drew it once and I tested something, it changed my life a little bit, because I believe that drawing was the first time, and I'll show you guys, because I'll do it with this drawing, the first time I ever did this. Hang on, let me just get this brush. So, for those of you who look at my artwork often, you may notice I do this with my chins. A lot of comic book artists do this though. So with my chins, so the chin actually starts here. Sorry, the chin is here. But I start doing this thing where I have this like little bit of black underneath. And it just adds something to it. It just makes it look a bit, I don't know, it sort of makes it a bit more stylized, a bit cooler. A lot of comic book artists do it. Even if they don't use any like hard blacks on anything else, they'll just use it under the chin. Like that. And it really works. And that's the first time I ever did it, was on a drawing I did for... a drawing I drew for Red Dead's 10th anniversary, John Marsden. And that now Karina has that somewhere. I don't know where it is, but yeah. Because when we first started dating, I gave that to her. But yeah, it's always something I can think of when I think of, you know. Oh God, there's so much ink on me. Look at this, ridiculous. Excuse me a second. Yeah, it's weird, Joe, because I don't do hard black shading on most things. I mean, sometimes I like to do it sometimes, but I don't have the control. Some people are just like so good at it. I can't do it, but just that little bit underneath the neck, sorry, underneath the chin, just works. It's just something about it. I think it just adds a bit, just makes it a bit more dynamic. And I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know how to do it, but so many artists do it. An artist called Jaime Hernandez, or Jamie Hernandez, or however you want to pronounce it. He, who does stuff for the comic book Love and Rockets. Sorry, does stuff. He's one of the co-creators of Love and Rockets. Really good comic book series. And the way he drew is that's another one of my inspirations, is him, because he draws such nice, really cool cartoon characters. They look fantastic. And that was something he always did, was this thing under the chin. And that was something I can pinpoint as well. He's an artist specifically I can pinpoint, I think. In fact, actually, let me just see if I can bring this book down. Probably won't put it back though because I can't be asked. Oh, maybe he didn't always do it then. Oh, I thought he... Whoops. I thought... Maybe he isn't the guy I'm thinking of then. I could have sworn he did. Oh, there you go. See, look, there's some pages there. He didn't do it with all of them, but here's one I can pinpoint. This sort of stuff. You see, always this sort of... He doesn't do, like, hard black shading or anything, but he does it a lot with, like... Yeah, there you can see there as well. Yeah. But he didn't do it on the front of this book, so I take it back. Right. Enough gassing, I better get on with this. I messed up on that eyebrow bit, but never mind. What did it say? I'm disgusted by insects and sea creatures, so Gyo is best horror movie. To be fair, I haven't actually, Dirk Kaiser, I haven't actually read Gyo or Gyo. If I'm honest with you, I haven't read that one. That's one of the ones I've missed from him. I haven't read that one, and I haven't read all of Tomie. I will at some point, but yeah, I haven't read all of them. messed up on his eyebrow. Never mind. I hope I'm doing him justice for you, though, Der Kaiser. When you have the shades, it looks a bit like, oh, is it? So, just checking something, guys. Cool. Sorry, guys, I'm just quickly checking something. Right. I think that's done. Wouldn't you say? There you go. There you go, Der Kaiser. 1T800. Dun 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 dun. Cool. Right. I think. Right, let's do a Nosferatu. Let's do a Nosferatu. Oh, bye, Amanda. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Sorry, I didn't see him on the stream. Right. I will have to look him up, but I think it's something. If we do something like this. He's got these big ears, isn't he? Something like this. I'm just doing a bit from memory. No, hate that. That's wrong. So what I need to do. Let's see. Nosferatu. So it's something. Ears. I might try more my own style than trying to get that like. He's got his eyes, but I think we can try something a bit different. I think I've been a bit too hard on my pencil, I think. There we go. It's quite weird. Nosferatu is like scary but also silly looking. It's very strange to get that right. Mm. Yeah, right. Like it's sort of like he's goofy. There's something creepy. I think it's just the way those old films are made. You're watching like, ugh, it just looks. It's eerie, is what I should say. Creepy. There's supposed to be a new one coming out, isn't there? At some point. Hmm. So I was just looking at Dirk Kaiser mentioned that he does make a cameo appearance in SpongeBob, doesn't he? I think that's the only. I think that might have been the first time I had proper exposure to Nosferatu, which is so. Sorry, I realise we keep calling him Nosferatu, but he's actually called Count Orlok, isn't he? He's called Count Orlok. But the film's called Nosferatu. And in SpongeBob he's called Nosferatu, but I think he's called Count Orlok. Because he's, well, it's Dracula, isn't it? It was technically the first ever adaptation of Dracula. But they didn't pay for the rights. That's why I called it something else. If you didn't know that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's meant to be. Sorry, Joe, I was just looking at your tweet. Yeah, eerie is like, it's not like terrifying, but it's just like, oh, you feel quite uneasy watching that film. Just like, just no. You can see why people in the 1920s, is that when the film was out? It was very old, isn't it? 1930s. Why people were like, that's freaky, man. I don't like it. Because even now I'm like, oh, it's pretty freaky, man. I don't like it. But they were probably more like, that's freaky, man. I don't like it. This is sin. Thank you, Joe. Joe said the film came out in 1922. That is old. I knew it was, yeah, I thought it was 20s. That's insane. That's insane. Because those of you who haven't seen Nosferatu will know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a black and white silent film. It is old. if you can, I would recommend checking it out though. If you like looking at like historic old movies in certain genres, it's really good. If you're a horror movie fan, I'd recommend checking it out. I like it. I think it's a brilliant film. It's just, obviously it's aged somewhat, and I think our tastes have changed. What is horror? But like I said, I think it's still pretty creepy. But yeah, as we said, eerie more than scary. But there is definitely a sense of unease when watching it. You're just like, because it's slow as well. It's a slow movie. Oh, drop my pen. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to do that. Oh. Right. Hey, Ro, are you still there? I don't know if you're still talking to your dad at all. You can tell him I'm drawing Nosferatu. Just going back to YouTube now. Der Kaiser. He appears 2 times. Does Nosferatu appear 2 times in SpongeBob? Wild. Just wild. Thank you, Ro. Yeah, because Nosferatu is just a. I've just never had a suggestion like that before, and I happen to really like the design of Nosferatu. It's just not something I draw very often. I have drawn a Nosferatu before. I think I might have done it for one Halloween or something, but don't draw them enough. Also, it's an excuse to use like a lot of black ink, I think. In a way, Nosferatu is a bit rat-like. So it was kind of animal-y, right? Right, just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to nip off just very, very briefly. Nip off is the wrong word because it makes it sound like I'm going to be gone. But very briefly, I just need to check on the cat. My partner's coming in, and he's an indoor cat. I need to make sure he's secure and not going to escape through the door. Give me 1 second. Also, I'm going to put some lights on. Jeez, it's really dark. There you go, brighten up this room a bit. And I'm back, guys. Right, anyway, let's finish this picture. Hope everyone's still with me and having a good time. No, I've had a good evening tonight, guys. I've had a bit of a rough day. Well, not rough day, just the news as I spoke about earlier really made me feel a bit crap, to be honest. So it's been nice to have a really nice a nice stream with some really awesome suggestions. Some of the best I've had, I think, since I've done these streams. So thank you, guys. I'm just going back to Twitch. Patrick, I'll be honest, I'm amazed that you've kept to the stream schedule with you having a crap day, but I'm always glad to join these. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, it's just that I've realised doing these, I have to be consistent. I have to keep doing these things, you know. So I'm just trying to keep at it, I guess. I've told people unless there's a good reason, like, you know, in some cases. And if I felt like utter garbage, then I probably won't do it. But, like, you know, if I'm capable of doing it, then I'll do it. Plus, honestly, guys, this is the thing working as a freelancer. Currently today, even though I had like I said, a thing that made me feel like rubbish today, like as in emotionally bad. I haven't really done anything today. Do you know, I haven't had any work on recently, so I've just been like, this is my work. This right now, just doing a quick stream with you guys. So I'm fully capable, you know. So why not, kind of thing. And what's been really good is you guys have made some excellent suggestions. So I've been drawing things that I've kind of wanted to draw, you know, so it's pretty cool. Have you ever drawn Joe just put, have you ever put God, I can't speak. Have you ever drawn board game characters? No. No, I haven't. And again, not because, sorry, I said that in a way where it made like, no, I don't want to. No, I've never have, and no one's ever asked me to, really. Happy to do that. Happy to do them. Especially if there's things like I'm doing the Norwich Games Con soon. So, and some board game characters would be good. So I might even suggest that one night, guys. Maybe on a stream I'll suggest if you guys have got some real good like board game character suggestions you want me to do, then pop them in the chat, kind of thing. Because I mentioned this to my friend Asa. Asa, who is that's what I should mention as well. So my friend Asa, he is the writer of a comic series called Sagas of Shield Maiden, and it's currently on Kickstarter right now, so you can back it. Sagas of Shield Maiden, book 4 is going to be out, and I have a pin-up in it. It's very good. I was very happy with how it came out. I was honoured to do it. Asa is a great guy, and yeah, the book, I read the first 3 just so I can get the hang of you know, who the character is and all this other stuff. It's like a Viking book. It's very cool. Go check it out. It's on Kickstarter right now. Anyway, I was talking to Asa at MCM because we met up, and and I told him, because I said I'd never revealed to him, and I'm going to tell you guys on the stream, I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm a huge Cluedo fan, like a big Cluedo fan. And one thing I've always wanted to do is a sort of like poster, like print, like an illustration, like a movie poster type thing for Cluedo. So do some Cluedo fan art. But I mean, come on guys, who's going to buy that? Who's going to care, right? But I'd love to do that, and it was something I was thinking about for the Norwich Games Con, but I think it's going to be more like, you know, role-playing games and fantasy strategic games and stuff like that. I don't know if a Cluedo, but that's the other thing. Does anyone want a Cluedo print? I don't think they do. It's only because I'm a big old nerd and I love Cluedo. All I can think of is Rich Uncle Pennybags and Colonel Mustard. Well, this is the thing, right? And I think, honestly, that Cluedo especially, there's so many different interpretations of the characters. You already have a cast of characters, right? So, you know. What did Joe? What did you put? First, that came to mind are any of the heroes from Scythe. Yeah, this is what I mean. There's such a rich. There's so many board games now where they've got such a rich plethora of characters now. They've got a cast of characters. The only game I could think of that did that, I keep banging on about it, was Cluedo. And then gradually other board games sort of took suit and started doing like, what is the story behind these board games? Not like Monopoly where it's like, I've got to get more money in the house. It's like, what are the story of the, like, you know, I know Cluedo's pretty basic, but it's got like, the premise is there's been a murder. You know, Mr. Black has been killed by one of you guys, and the guys are these cast of characters. And I just, yeah. But I mean, I have a strong love of it because my family and I play it a lot and stuff, played all the spin offs and all that stuff. And I kind of wanted to do my own like interpretation of the characters and make it so maybe my own cards and stuff. So you can play Cluedo with the standard Cluedo edition, but then just swap out with my stuff. Take fan art to the extreme. That's what I'd love to do. But like I said, I doubt I'd be doing it just for me, really. And maybe my the only other person I know who has quite a huge love for Cluedo is the guy I do Talk Toy to Me with. So really, it'll just be for him and I, and that's it. It's just Pat Mustard. Patrick, you know what? You do you. If that's your headcanon, then fine. Pat Mustard's the milkman, isn't he? I'm trying to remember who Pat Mustard was from Father Ted. He was the milkman, wasn't he? Pat Mustard. God, Father Ted's so good. Yes, he is indeed. He is. I thought Pat Mustard was the milkman. Stupid show. Do your Father Ted. Nearly there, guys. I'm just going to neaten it up a bit, and then I'm going to quickly shade it. But to be fair, as it's mostly just like block blacks, then I might it won't take me long. That's what I was going to say. Oh, look at that, guys. This is where you got to be careful. I just did it. I can easily fix that on a whiteout, but not tonight. You have to, unfortunately, deal with my horrible mistake. I know, mate, it's ruined. I know, Joe. Absolutely ruined it. I can't fix that. Okay, I think that is done. There we go. One Nosferatu that I need to fix down here. I need to fix this little mistake right here. I think I'm going to call it there, guys. So, should we do a little? Let's do a little roundup of what we've seen today. Yeah, it looks a bit less goofy, but he's still yeah. Some people, I've been looking at some people's art, and there isn't that many scary things. I think you've got to make this guy scary. You've got to change his stuff, change the appearance a bit, because I was thinking of doing something different with the mouth and the eyes and stuff, but then it kind of in my head didn't look like Nosferatu, so or Count Orlok. Anyway, first up, let me just get this one out of the way because he's going to make more of a mess because it's covered in ink. So, first up, Gimli from. Hang on, let me move. Sorry, I just realised this is way too low, and I need to remember to change this sometimes. There we go. It's better. Sorry, guys. Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Anyway, sorry. I've done my bit. Let's put it there. There you go. The T800. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da da da. Da da da. Ba da da. Ba 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 ba. Let's put it there. And finally, Nosferatu. I can't remember what the thing. I don't know what the music is. It's something like that. It's something like that. It's like it's almost like. Let's put it there. Awesome. You can see all of them. I can't quite fit them in the screen. But anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. It was a really good stream. Some amazing suggestions. I'm sorry I didn't get through all of them. I still have Legolas and Starscream, like Royal Starscream, which I was like, that's brilliant. But who knows? Maybe next week I'll do some more movie characters, and any characters I missed, I'll do as well. But I really like the fact that it was nice to draw something a bit different as well. Well, it's not different, but you know what I mean. Like just to be like, hey, I'd like to see you guys come up with some movie characters, and you've come up with some great stuff. I really enjoyed drawing all these guys. So thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for your suggestions. Right, well, I guess I'm gonna head off then. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, thank you. I guess I'll see you all next week. I'll probably do the same thing again. Just drawing. This has been quite nice. I want to at some point I'll be doing some more themed things, or like some more like some different things with the streams. But for now, I'm quite enjoying just sitting here, drawing. You know, making a complete mess of myself. And just drawing with you guys. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I hopefully want to. Let me try again. I'm done for the day. Clearly, hope to see you all next week. See you later.